Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Matchbox Resurrection. And today, I'm playing with these four Beatles, and I just want to have a bit of fun because the world is gone crazy, and we're only here for a limited period of time. So make the most of it, and sometimes all you need is love. And I've got these four Beatles, and I'm gonna make them look like the Beatles. I've chosen four different brands so you can see the difference. The first one is a Matchbox. When I bought it, I thought the paint was chipped, but it's actually silver paint. I tried to remove it, but still a lot of scratches, so I'm gonna paint it again. And this one is gonna be George. The second one, all the way from Germany, it's a Siku. There's not much paint left, and as you can see, the doors don't shut properly. There's a big gap, so probably I'm gonna glue it shut. And like I said, there's not much paint left, and this one is gonna be Paul. The next one is a Corgi with wheels. I've no idea what this car is supposed to be, but it's got a hole on top for a beacon. And also, it's got a lot of casting lines. And this one is gonna be John. And last but not least, we've got a majorette. It's a solid French casting. And on this one, I'm gonna be shooting the roof just to make them look a bit more similar to each other. It's got a tow hook. And this one, of course, it's gonna be Ringo. So there you go. Four different castings and a lot of time on my hands. So let's have fun. I've opened all the cars, as you can see, and now I'm just gonna go through them. On the majorette, the windshield is okay, it just needs washing. I'm gonna put it in different pots so I know which one is which. The seats are completely brown. It seems like Ringo has been smoking a lot inside the car, so I may have to put it in bleach. The base is rusty and it's got the traditional major suspension. The wheels are not in bad condition, they just need painting and cleaning, getting rid of the rust. And as for the body, I'm gonna shut the roof. And obviously, a new paint job. The Corgi is a bit different. It didn't have rivets, it had some tabs on front and back that I had to grind and remove. The base is actually not in bad condition. I don't even think I'm gonna take the wheels off. I'll just give it a good clean. And as for the body and the interior almost look like brand new. It's even shiny. So I'm just gonna paint it. The windshield comes in one piece with the headlights, so I'll be polishing that up. And of course I'm gonna cover that hole on top. On the Siku, some things are different than the others. Some things are almost the same, like the suspension looks very much like the Matchbox one, but is split into two. And this actually a bit stronger than the Matchbox one, as you can see, because I'm struggling to get rid of the wheels. And the ones on front are even harder to remove because you got the headlights on your way. And as for the rest of the base, I'll give it a good polish. The interior comes in two parts. One is the seats and the other one the steering wheel. It took me ages to put it back on at the end of the video, because it needs to go under the hinges of the doors, and of course I glued them to the rest of the body, so it was a bit tricky. And they're actually not easy to remove, as you can see, because I'm struggling trying to figure out how to do it. It doesn't really matter, because I'm gonna glue them to the rest of the body and then fill the gaps. I'm not a big fan of tinted windows, but not much I can do about it. And as for the last one, this is probably the best one of all. It's in really good condition. I'm gonna remove the tow hook, because I can't imagine George with a tow hook. The wheels are covered in paint as well, so I'm gonna remove it with a bit of acetone, and then I'll give it a good polish. The windshield is attached to the body with a rivet as usual, so I'm gonna remove it and crack on. After stripping the paint, this is what I got left. There's a tiny bit of paint left on the major head, nothing on the corgi, nothing at all. Well, there were not much to start with on the Siku, but this one is been 24 hours on the paint stripper and I still got some paint left. So I'm gonna see if I can get rid of the paint with the wire wheel, otherwise it will go back on the stripper. And yeah, you're going back in the stripper. I've chosen the corgi, John, to show you how to get rid of the casting lines. Look at the state of his eyes. Don't surprise me, he needed glasses. And the rest of the body is also covered with them. So let's start with this one. After removing the majority of the casting lines, I think the best body is the Siku. Almost didn't have any to start with. And the worst was the corgi. John, they were all over the place, and it took me ages to get rid of them all. The other two, the major head, it was alright, not bad at all. And from them four, I think my favorite one is the Matchbox. Now I'm just gonna do a bit of sanding and polishing and getting ready for the primer. I'm gonna use a bit of masking tape to hold the filler, because I'm gonna fill all the holes and gaps in all the cars so they'll look a bit more similar. This is what I'm using. It comes in two parts. I can't find the hardener now to show you, but I've got a bit in there already. Oh, there you go. And I only got a bit of time to do it because it starts to get hard very quick. I'm gonna put a bit of super glue before I'm putting the masking tape, so that will hold the doors in place. And I've got to do it quick because it's starting to set, and the faster you run, the more that you trip. I can see that the filler is changing his consistency, but I think I managed to do it just in time. Before sanding all the filler, I'm gonna put a bit of super glue inside the car, and the filler will absorb the glue and it'll be rock hard. And after a lot of sanding, it will look something like this. Time to have fun now. I've primed all the cars and I gave them a coat of silver paint, and now I'm just adding the color on top. And this one is pink for Ringo. Red for George. Green for John. And blue for Paul. Now I'm just gonna add some detail to all of them but I'm gonna show you with George. I'm gonna paint the interiors, but they need washing first. And the worst of all is this one. But like I say, it's gonna be painted anyway, so it doesn't matter. In the pictures, they all wear a cordon on the right shoulder, so that's the accent color that I'm gonna use for the interiors. Green for George. Orange for John. Pink for Paul. And blue for Ringo. After that, I'm just gonna dip him in pledge to preserve the paint. The blue paint has reacted with the pledge and it's left like a milky residue. So I'm gonna use a bit of tissue and absorb the excess and see if I can get away with it. I'm gonna wash the windows and then dip him in pledge after polishing with a bit of Autosol. I've just been polishing another car, that's why my hands are black. But I'm washing them, Anna. This one has got a lot of silver paint, so I'm gonna use a bit of acetone to remove it. There's a lot of splashing going on today, innit? Time to address the bases and the wheels. Again, I'm gonna use acetone to get rid of the paint from the wheels. After painting all the hoops in silver, it's time to put them back together. Like I said before, it was a bit hard to put the steering wheel back on, but with a bit of love and a huge hammer, anything can happen. They're all done now, and I've got to admit that I really had a lot of fun doing this project. So just do something crazy, enjoy yourself. Life don't have to be that serious all the time. So again, I'm gonna show you one by one. I think George is my favorite. I know it looks like copper, but it's actually red. Just don't show very well on this camera. As for Paul, I've been showing you the car the wrong way round most of the time, because there's quite a few pictures from Sgt. Pepper's where it's facing back. And yes, I forgot to paint the wheels. From all the castings, I think this one is my least favorite. I think it's very square. Also had a lot of casting lines and imperfections, and it took me ages to do it up. And you still can see the beacon hole. Ringo was okay. I really like these majorette castings, but it depends of the light. You definitely can see the hole on the roof. So they're all done. So I'm guessing you're thinking now, so if they're all done, why this video is in two parts? Well, I got carried away again. So I made a few extras. Not this one, that is a Hot Wheels. But I made a hat for Ringo. I've made another hat for George. Of course, the glasses for John. the Sgt. Pepper's drum, and of course, a Blue Meanie. Welcome to Pepperland, where everything's possible. I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll show you tomorrow how to do all these things. Till then, have a good day.